Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would actually go live today, which I don't always do when I do a match review, but I thought I could talk a bit about the game because that was quite a game to say the least. And yeah, I just wanted to go live with you. Hopefully, a few of you will be in the comments. I know that this is quite short notice, so it's okay if not many people watch this, but I thought I would just start talking about the game because it was quite of a difficult one. We didn't have the best game today, if we're being honest. It wasn't really good from us. I think the first half was bad. Luckily, in the second half, we did improve, but I do want to just talk about the first half quickly. Yeah, the first half we did concede that goal quite early on, and if I am being honest, I would have expected Ramsdale to kind of do better in that. Obviously, it is a bit hard for a goalkeeper with that goal. We know Ramsdale could have done better. And it's just so frustrating. Like, I'm still very annoyed. Yeah, I think obviously Saka gave away the ball for the first goal, and Ramsdale might have misjudged it a little bit or mistimed it, which I probably would have expected him to do better with. But yeah, I feel like with that, I was okay with that because, it's a mistake. Mistakes do happen. So I was hoping we would be able to come back from that in the first half. But we really, really struggled to get through Fulham, make any chances and take our chances either. And I do want to talk about Kai Havertz as well because he is he's in under a lot of heat, a lot of criticism from fans, from pundits, and I feel like today, he could have done better with a few of his chances that he had. Like, I don't know how he didn't maybe take one of them. I'm not sure if he's low in confidence or if it's, he's just struggling to score. It's hard to tell, but I just think he needs to take these chances. And I just think he didn't have the best game today. He was quite poor. Um, it's hard to tell at this moment in time because it's quite early on with Kai Havertz. I've wanted to give him a chance. I think for me, he's the type of player that probably will become good if when time goes on. But I think right now we need him to be good now. So that was quite disappointing that he obviously didn't take many chances. He got taken off, and I just want him to prove a lot of people wrong. I do think he will be good for us, hopefully. I'm still unsure, but I just want him to get on that score sheet and prove people wrong. But right now, that isn't happening. And it's obviously really frustrating. Yeah. I think our defending definitely let us down in that game. I think Arteta, I want to talk on this as well, that I feel like he's making a lot of changes, like he's over analysing things that he doesn't need to. Like, obviously, we don't know as fans what goes on behind the scenes, but for me personally, I don't understand why Partey is at right back when he's a midfielder, like why Ben White is in the defensive where he's better. At right back because he gets a lot of out of Saka when he's at right back. So I just feel like Gabriel as well should be coming back in the team. I don't know why Gabriel doesn't play. I don't know if it's to do with other clubs being interested in him. I just don't know. And personally, I think Gabriel should be playing with Saliba, Zinchenko at left back, and Partey back in midfield, and White at right back. It's just a bit baffling why those decisions have been made. So I think if we put things back to normal, I would think we'll be back on track. I definitely think Partey needs to go back to midfield with Declan Rice. I just don't get it why he's there. I think for me as well, obviously Havertz did play today. I don't know if I would rest him for our next game. Man United is going to be a big game. We need them 3 points, and we know what a great game that'll be. We need to win that, and for us as fans, it's like a big rival game, so it's going to be tough. I don't know, would you play Kai Havertz for that game? I'm not sure. I do want to say, I do think we were poor, around the team. I think Martinelli, Saka weren't great today. Obviously, Saka got that penalty, which was amazing of him, but I just don't know if they just weren't the usual self like last season. I don't know if they're tired or if it's a new team and they're struggling a bit in the team. I just don't think they were good really today. I just think we struggled a lot today. I do want to kind of talk on positives though, because I don't want to just seem like I'm kind of ranting about a few things. I do think that obviously Declan Rice had a good game. He made some really good passes forward, and he managed to, find great passes, find that space for the pass to help the team. Because sometimes it was really hard to break Fulham down, to get into spaces and create things in the first half. And I think he did really well with that, with creating things. And I think he's really doing well at Arsenal. I think he's adapting well. It's sort of a new team. I know he's got that Premier League experience, but I think he's doing really well here, and I'm really happy about him. Eddie Nketiah as well, he came on and obviously scored that amazing goal. What a great finish. I do think when we scored that penalty, that gave us that momentum, that confidence to kind of go on and score another goal, because after that penalty that we scored, I just thought we gave it to Fulham a lot, and we were just very fast paced. We just went for it, and that's why we got our goal, which was well deserved. And I'm very happy we got that goal because Eddie deserved it. I was so surprised that Eddie didn't start today and Trossard did. And I think what I'll say about Trossard is I don't think he probably made the most of his opportunity that he got today. I'm not too sure why, but it's obviously hard on him. But I think he's right now probably bringing him on as a substitute because he gives us that instant impact. So yeah, I don't think it was his day today, but I think other players like weren't as good either. I don't think it was just him. I think a lot of the team weren't good today. It just wasn't our day, unfortunately. And the most frustrating thing is that when we scored the equaliser, when we got the winning goal, I really thought we were going to keep that win. We're going to park the bus a bit and hold on to that win. But I think what I will say is that I have noticed that when we're winning, we don't go for more. We kind of sit back and take our foot off the gas a bit. We need to keep going for more and more because we're going to drop points in these games that we can't drop points, and we need to go on and get 3 goals, get 4. We need to keep demanding more. So I think that bit was our mistake as well. And that corner that they scored, I just think we could have easily avoided that. I think defending it just hasn't been good. I don't know what will happen in our next game, what Arteta will do. Definitely think there needs to be some changes. I just don't get why he's changing things in the game. I just think we should keep it as it is, to be honest. This is a great question from Harry. Who should we bring on more often? I think personally that Fabio Vieira should get more of an opportunity. I thought when he came on, he had this instant impact. He won us that penalty. He was putting really good crosses in the box, getting to really good positions, helping the team, and he brought this great energy that we really needed. And he has been under a lot of criticism last season. Is he ready for the Premier League? Is Arsenal the right team for him? And I think it is. I think he just needs more game time and more belief in from the fans. And I would definitely play him more, or even just bring him on more often. It was interesting though that Smith Rowe didn't really come on because I think a lot of fans think that Arteta won't give him the opportunities. So I was a bit surprised to see him not play there personally, but I think Vieira did a great job. I think he changed the game. I don't think we would have got a result or won if it wasn't for him. So I definitely think he, for sure, needs more of an opportunity. I think for our next game, I would start off with perhaps Eddie. It's hard because Jesus obviously came on for the last 10 minutes of the game, and obviously United is a big fixture for us. As fans, for me, it's like a rival game, but I think that's going to be a really, really big game for us. But it's just tough because I did expect more from the team today, if I'm being honest. I expected us to be fast and fluid in the first half. This should be a comfortable win, personally, which it wasn't, which is really disappointing. It's just hard because we were very sloppy in the first half, which you can't do against Fulham. That first goal, you can't concede then. And it will be interesting to see if our second choice goalkeeper Raya will get that chance. I mean, I think Ramsdale's day's performance, I don't think he was great. I think those 2 goals he probably should have done better with, but I think he did make a great save at the end when Traore ran really fast. Even Saliba couldn't catch up with him, and he obviously made that great save with his chest. So I think that was really good. But I do think with Ramsdale, I think he could have done better, and he obviously does make some great saves, but those are the ones that I think he probably could have done better with. Perhaps the first one, he probably misjudged like the speed and the power of the ball in the back of the net, but it's obviously really hard to judge. But I do feel quite like confident with Saliba though. I think he always does do really well. Obviously, at the end of the game, he did struggle with the pace of Traore. He was so fast, yeah. But I think he just put some great tackles and he times his tackles really well. And I think he is probably the positive from this game, I would say. I think we do obviously have to do better. I think we've started really slow in our games this season. Last season, we were a lot different. We were playing a lot better. But I do put this down to our new team. I think obviously our signings have been really good, but I think obviously, I think the Kai Havertz situation is hard to work out. I want him to work at Arsenal, but I just don't know right now. That's the truth. I want to believe in him and I'm going to keep believing him. But I think maybe when it's past a few more games, I can judge it better. But I would love you guys to let me know, do you think Kai Havertz should start against United? Because I'm a bit unsure. I think it's obviously a big game. You never know. He could, score lots of goals in that game and have a few chances. But I suppose the chances he had today, he should have taken really because they were good chances. And yes, Fulham defended well for them, but I personally think he should have done better. But I think overall, like we've just got to, move on from this. Defeat. If not, it's not even a defeat. It feels like a defeat. This draw, and we did show signs that we did come back. We managed to get an equaliser. We managed to get the win. We did score 2 goals, and then when they scored, it just felt really hard. It felt like a kick in the teeth after all of our hard work. I was disappointed that we obviously couldn't defend well enough. I thought we would have just won that 2-1. I thought I would take that. It was like 82 minutes, and I thought we're gonna win this, but no. It's a hard one to take. It really is. I'm very disappointed with that. It's hard, it's disappointing, but I just think that we've sort of got to take some positives away from this if we can, and I hope Arteta does put things back to normal in our next game. I think he's got to. I don't think this is working at all. I think we're conceding quite a few goals. I think in the last few games we've conceded I think a few actually might be 3. I'm not too sure, but I think that needs to change. We can't keep doing that. So that is disappointing. But yeah, I think overall, we can be happy with the positives from that. It's just really good in that we've drawn with them. Like I was going to this game full of confidence that we were going to get that win, that we were going to win comfortably, and it just hasn't happened for us, which I just don't know why it hasn't happened. I think obviously Zinchenko as well, he came on, and I thought he brought us this energy, this passion that we kind of lacked in the game, and I think he should be starting every game for me. I think obviously he's getting his fitness right for the season, but I was really happy to see him come on as well when Arteta brought him on. But yeah, this is disappointing, but I just think when I see our lineup in the next game, that'll be important for us. I think we've just got to go back to how it used to be, and I honestly don't get why Gabriel Magalhaes isn't playing. If he's going, then that's okay. I would get why he's not playing. If it's a personal reason, I get. But if it's tactical, I don't get that personally. I think him and Saliba are probably our best defenders. Obviously, we've got Ben White and other players, but they are a great duo to have together. So I can't understand why Gabriel isn't playing. I want to trust in Arteta and understand he has his reasons, but Gabriel is a great defender for me in my eyes, and I just don't get why he's not playing. I just think in the next game he must play. He shouldn't be on the bench, and he wouldn't want to be on the bench, surely. He deserves to play, so it's hard to understand that. Harry Sucks at YouTube said, how do we feel about the next game? It's obviously hard. We've just drawn with Fulham, which isn't great for us. And United is going to be a tough game. They did win today 3-2, which is a bit annoying. They didn't start off great either, conceding 2 goals at the start. So yeah, this one obviously is going to be a difficult game. I just don't know how to feel right now. The game obviously is just finished right now, so I am feeling a bit emotional, disappointed that we didn't get more out of that game. We didn't get that win, but yeah, it's hard. I don't know. I think we need a win. That's what's important. It depends on the lineup. I think when I see the lineup, I'll be able to give you my opinion. But right now, I'm just not too sure. I think we just need to improve big time, really. But let me know in the comments how you guys are feeling about playing United soon. Hello, Sophie. I think Arteta's being too clever. Hi, and welcome to my channel as well. Hope you're okay. Yeah, I think Arteta can do that sometimes. I think he did make a few mistakes in the game today. I don't think I agree with some of his decisions, but I respect that he's the manager of our club, and I will have different opinions to him sometimes, and maybe he's just being too tactical and doing it in his way, but I don't really agree with some things. But I just really hope we can get back on track and get back into our winning ways and kind of play off fast, fluid football we were playing last season, because I don't think we've really played that a lot this season. I know we've scored a few goals. We've got we've done really well. We've won our 2 games of the season. We've obviously drawn this one. We've got 7 points, and that's good. Don't get me wrong, that is good to get 7 points. But I just feel like against Fulham, these are the games you should win. Like, if we play other teams like Man City and Liverpool, it would be disappointing to lose points, but I could understand. But this game, I feel like we should be winning, so it is disappointing. I can't help but feel like that right now. Mikhail can tell me as much as he likes that Gabriel Magalhaes being left out for tactical reasons, but I ain't buying it. Yeah, I don't really know why, like, he's been left out. It's quite strange. I don't think it's hard. I mean, if it is tactical reasons, I'll be disappointed, because I just don't get why he's not playing, personally. Like, I know clubs in Saudi, I think, have shown that interest in him, and if he does want to go, then he can go, and we'll have to bring someone else in. But I feel like Gabriel seems quite happy here, personally. That's what I thought anyway, because he shows that much passion on the pitch. He shows a lot of love for the club. He loves his club. It seems like that. So it's a bit bizarre that he's just been on the bench automatically. There must be a reason behind that. But I don't know what it is, because he does seem to have a really good attitude. He seems really mature, level-headed for his age, and he does always give his best for us. And I think the score would be a lot different when he's playing. I don't know why he's not playing. It's really, really weird to put the finger on it. But I mean, if he's not playing like in this game, would Arteta play him next game? I'm not sure he would, but I hope he can, because we do need that Gabriel and Saliba partnership. We are really missing Gabriel. He did bring him on, though, when Tomiyasu got sent off in our last game, so he did bring him on. So I just want to see more of Gabriel. I don't think it's fair that he doesn't get that chance, but as I said, we don't really know the reason. So yeah, it's obviously a tough one to get my head around, but I just think it's so important that we find our way through this. I think this result has surprised me, if I'm being honest. Like, I did think we would win comfortably, but I guess we'll just have to take the positives from this and just see how we get on next. I do really think Eddie deserves more of a chance, and I did do one of my shorts on this. I do kind of feel like people are a bit harsh on Eddie. Yes, there are some times where I think he should take more of his chances, but I just think he adds a lot to this team that we might not have right now from other players. Like, he obviously scored that great goal when he came on. He seemed full of confidence and he seemed raring to go, which was great to see. And yeah, I just think that in our last game, he obviously won us that penalty. I know he missed a few chances, but he was a big part to play in why we did so well in our last game. So yeah, it is disappointing that he didn't start today. I mean, I'm happy Trossard got that chance. It was great to see Arteta go for something different. But it is just one of those. We just have to see how we go against United. United will be a hard game. They've not been great from the start of the season. I know they did Wednesday, and well done to them for fighting back and getting that win. But I think when you play United, form goes out the window. It's like one of those games, like when you play Spurs, you can never predict who would win. So I think that'll be tough. So it's just a shame for me that Timber's out as well, because defensively, I thought we would do really well under him this season, and it's obviously a real shame that he's out of injury. And obviously, I hope he's okay. I hope his mental health is okay. I hope he's doing well. But it's a big blow for us as well, when obviously we know Tierney's probably going to go. So it's obviously a shame that he doesn't get any minutes at all. But like I said, Zinchenko's coming on, which is obviously really positive news, because I think Zinchenko adds a lot to this team. And I know he did give away a few things, but I think he is a really good player. I think we are going to do okay this season. I'm not sure right now how well we will do. I want us to win the league personally, because I think we can go for it. I just think it depends on our injuries this season and how well we kind of manage with that. So yeah, I think it'll be obviously really hard to tell. I can actually see your comments on here because it's taken a while, but I can see it on my phone. So I'm just going to kind of answer some of your questions because my computer's being funny. Harry Sucks at YouTube said Arteta needs to stop relying on Saka. Yeah, I think, with Saka, I do feel bad for him. I think he's really exhausted. I know the season has just started, but it's obviously really tough on him. He didn't have the best game today. I think he kind of needs a break sometimes, but I'm not sure who would play in that role. And he has helped us score a lot of goals last season as well. So that's a tough one to answer as well. The tactical reasons are not proving to be the right ones. Yeah, I'm not really sure I understand the tactical decisions from Arteta at the moment. It's just not, I'm not too sure, but I do like to believe in the manager and, hope he can help us, get through the season and still compete. It's so important for us to compete with the season with other competitions, so I do hope we can keep that up. Jake Core said, doing a great review as always. Thank you so much, Jake, and thank you so much for all of your support. You're an amazing friend to me online, and I hope you're okay. And thank you so much for tuning in. Would like to see Trossard instead of Martinelli for a bit. Maybe Martinelli needs to come on from the bench. Yeah, that's actually not a bad shout. Martinelli hasn't been really great recently. I'm not sure if he's just a bit tired. He's got tired legs. But yeah, he's not really been great, and that's okay. Personally, I think he just might need time to, be on the bench, have a bit of a rest, and I'm open to that. So yeah, that would be great to see if that does happen, because I think it should. But yeah, I don't know why, but the comments just aren't showing up on my computer, so I'm gonna have to read it off my phone. But I'll probably stay on here for a few more minutes, like till half an hour, as I don't really do live streams a lot. But I do enjoy talking to you all. And also, if you can, please smash that like button and subscribe, as I'm trying to get to 1.8k. Hi Phil, hope you're okay. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Phil, we don't look anywhere smooth as last season. Too many changes and Arteta fiddling with formation. We need to go back to a proper back four. Yeah, I just don't get why he's making so many changes. Like, I think we've not really been our usual self like we were last season. We've not been playing that fluid football that we were playing, which is not nice. I want us to play some beautiful football. So, yeah, it's a bit tough. I don't know why we are making that many changes, to be honest. I just think Arteta should just play it simple. Just do what we know works. Play Ben right at right back, Zinchenko at left back, Gabriel and Saliba at centre back, and Partey in midfield. that's for me what I would do. I'm not sure why he isn't doing it. I don't get why he isn't doing it. I just think we know that works, so why would you change it? But I agree with Stan actually. I think I'd be open to put Trossard on the wing, and if it doesn't work, we can bring Martinelli on maybe in the other half, in the 60th minute. I think you should try things. If they're not working, you've got to change it. And this, I don't think this formation is working at all. And it's falling back on Arteta, and our results were not getting the right way. I said in our last game, we did get a penalty, which was deserved, but I just feel like in other games like today, it won't work out for us. So it's just frustrating. So yeah, I hope. Yeah, can we play right back at right back? Yeah, I'm just asking for something simple. Like, I agree with you, Stan. Um, do you think Zinchenko is ready to start or not? I think for me, it's hard because I did think he did make a few mistakes today, and he wasn't perfect, but I think he gives us this energy, this passion on the pitch that we like and we need. Obviously, we know with Tierney, he's going to go on loan. I would probably have kept in for this season because he is a good defender. Obviously, going forward, I think Zinchenko offers more, but I would say defensively, Tierney is great. So, I honestly don't know. I probably would give him a chance, but it's obviously a tough one to judge right now. But yeah, I just don't really like this formation, if I'm being honest. I don't know why we've changed it. I mean, with the Gabriel thing, if he is if something's going on like personal reasons or if he's had problems with Arteta, then that's sort of a bit different. But if it's for tactical reasons, I don't get it. I can't lie. I don't understand why he's on the bench. But I think it's important, like, to still take the positives from the game. We know Eddie, Declan Rice have proven to be really good, and I do think there are positives to take. I don't think we should sort of dwell on the negatives because it won't get us anywhere. And we have a game at the weekend. Not the weekend, next week. I know if Timber didn't get injured, I think our season would be so much better. Well, our start of the season, I think, would have done a lot better. I think defensively, he was perfect to watch. I think he was just incredible. So, yeah, that is being a big blow for us, but I do wish him well. Phil said, be sad to see Tierney leave at all. Yeah, it's really hard to take, isn't it? He's just a great player on the pitch, and I just think when we struggled a lot, kind of during the lockdown times, I feel like he was our stand-up player. He was the player that would give us everything on the pitch. So it's really kind of disappointing that we have let him go. But I think I can't blame him for wanting to have game time. I think he deserves game time. He is a great player, and I think I always will have a lot of love and respect for him for everything he's done for this club. So I wish him well, but obviously, like you said, Phil, it's really devastating and gutting that he has gone. Phil also said Vieira starting to look like an Arsenal player. Yeah, I think last season it was really tough because he did, I think he did struggle a bit. I think he did lose the ball a lot, which led us to concede goals. But I do think this season that he has been a lot more what we want him to be. He's helping us, he's making an impact, and I think he deserves more of an opportunity. I think that game showed a lot of fans to believe in him. I think he deserves that faith and that support from us. So I do hope he does get more minutes, and good for Arteta for giving that chance. But yeah, I really like him. I think he's going to prove to be a really good player for us. But I will answer some of your questions if you have any for me. I've been on here for half an hour, so I can stay on for a little bit longer, but my computer's just not been great with your comments, so I'm just going to have to read it off my phone, but I'm happy to answer any of your questions that you may have. Is Eddie adding more to his play? I think his camo was shining light today. Yeah, I kind of find him a bit underrated at times. I think his chances, he always has struggled a bit with taking his chances. But I think today he really showed me where he should be starting in our game next week against United. I think, there were players that on the pitch that I didn't feel like had a lot of work rate, a lot of effort. Eddie might not score every game, but if he's bringing something to his team, that is what we want as fans. We want to see a player work their socks off defensively and, attacking wise, taking the chances and making the most of them and creating things. And I think with Eddie, I think he does that, and I do want him to play in our next game. I think he's doing really well right now, and he's probably been our best player at the moment, like in our attacking set. Like we know Saka, Martinelli haven't been great at the moment. I think, are they tired? Are they just not sure about what's going on with this formation? Are they struggling to adapt to this formation? I don't know, which is hard to say. So yeah, it's just a bit hard, really. The Italian stallion. Where do you see Havertz's best position? It's obviously really hard right now because I feel like he has tried, up front. I feel like he wouldn't make the most of his chances. But I feel like he might need more chances to prove that. But I think it's actually really hard because I'm just still unsure about him. I feel like I want to give him that chance and believe in him. But I feel like up front, he just really isn't making the most of it. Is he better at creating them chances? Someone just said on the bench. That is quite harsh, but yeah, I'm just still unsure right now. It's hard to tell because he's just not really taking the chances that he gets, and when he creates them is a good chance. I don't know how many chances he's creating. It's hard. I just don't know, to be honest. I think, shall we give him more time to see what will happen? I would like to ask you guys, would you play him in the next game? I don't know if I would personally. I do want to have faith in him. I just want him to do more on the pitch because if he doesn't score, okay, but you just got to have that work rate, that effort and that desire, and you've got to play for the badge. And I just not see a lot of him right now, but I do feel like a lot of fans and the media have been harsh on him, so maybe that's affecting him too with his confidence, which is hard. So yeah. We should have got Maddison. With Maddison, I was so frustrated to see him when he went for Spurs. I thought he would really, really be a better fit somewhere else. So it is disappointing to see he went there, but he is doing well for them, unfortunately. But I think Maddison is a really good player. He adds a lot to the team, and he scores a lot of goals, he assists a lot, and he has had a big impact at Spurs, that's for sure, and I think he would at any other team. So I think it's disappointing we haven't kind of gone in for him. But yeah, I think Havertz had a very decent game against Palace today. He was dip. Yeah, I think against Palace, a lot of fans were harsh on him. I did think he did bring a lot. I think he did well, and made chances and helped us in that game. But I think this game was a poor game from him. I think he struggled with it. But I think fans need to just see how it goes. I think that's what we should do, not to kind of rush into anything. I think with Willian, I wanted to believe that he would be good, and after time, I just knew he wasn't good anymore. I hope it doesn't get to that with Havertz. I want to believe in him and want to see over time that he will prove to be a really good signing. I want to see how Havertz is doing after 10 games. I think that's kind of a fair opinion, really, because I think he's only had 3 games right now. I think it's hard to judge at the moment. I think after 6 games, I'd probably be able to tell you my definite opinion about what I think about him. But I think right now it's important that we get behind him and support him because it's hard coming to a new club with a new manager, new teammates. I know he's from London, so he obviously is in that area, but I just think it's obviously tough coming somewhere new. So I just think I think we've got to see how it goes right now because it's hard for him, like I said, moving to a new place. It's obviously tough. I hope it works for him, but I've seen online a lot of fans haven't been too keen on him, so we'll just have to see kind of how it goes. I'm hoping that it will do well. But for Declan Rice, I think he's done really well at Arsenal so far. I would love him to score like a big banger though. That would be great. Like one of those party style goals. Stan said, if Danny Welbeck can win me over, anything is possible. Yeah, I'm sure in time Kai Havertz will be good, but I think right now as fans we need to see probably a bit more of him. In time he can be good, but right now we probably need to see him produce more for us. I know with Odegaard's goal that was offside, he did give him that assist, and I thought, oh my gosh, if only that would have gone in, because I really do want to see Havertz do well, and obviously for Odegaard, I want to see him get that goal. I think he did make a lot of chances. Odegaard, he did, shoot a lot, which I admire that from him, giving it a go. But I just don't think his chances were probably powerful enough for the goalkeeper. And I must say, it's quite strange playing against Leno because I love him a lot and I think he's really amazing. I think at his time at Arsenal, I just think of great memories. I think he's a professional. I think he never complained, and that's what I admire about him, his professional. And he was a great goalkeeper, probably one of the best in the Emirates era, apart from Chesney. Like, I just think Leno was great, so it was quite weird playing against him. But yeah, I think going into our next game, like I said, it's a must-win. Be interesting to see what Arteta does with the team. I think if the team was the same, I would be a bit annoyed because we've seen that it isn't working, and him doing it again, I don't know if it will work. Him doing the same team that isn't working. I just think he needs to stick to basics. Go for the back four and just do what we know works. Pretty certain Leno should have seen red for handing outside the box. Yeah, I'm not sure I saw that, but I think what annoyed me most about this game as well is that when they went down to 10 men, I thought, oh my gosh, everything's getting the right decisions for us, everything's going right for us. And then when we conceded that goal, I was like, it was like a kick in the teeth. We should be winning these games, and the fact we haven't it's not great for us. But I just think it's important to stay positive, not to lose our heads, because it isn't the end of the world right now. We can go for the league. We've just got to learn and understand why it feels like a loss while we're drawing these type of games. It's a ruthless game, Sophie. We can't be expecting Kai to unlock his talent and things you expect from prospects. Yeah, it's obviously hard for Kai Havertz. I really want him to do well, but I've said this, that we've got to give him a chance. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely think he's got to improve big time. I just really hope he's not going to be like a Willian, because we've spent 65 million on him, and I hope for him he does well here. I do want him to do well. It didn't work out at Chelsea, which is one thing, but I just want him to do well here, succeed, and have a great time here at Arsenal with a new manager. And Arteta has shown that he can get the best out of players, so I'm hoping that he will be able to do this. So yeah, I'm hoping that will be the case. Fingers crossed that it will. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this stream, guys. I've just been on it for under 40 minutes. I really appreciate every single one of you for coming in to do this. I will definitely do another one of these in the next few weeks. Next week, I'm a bit busy from Monday to Wednesday, so you will probably see some content with me. Maybe then if I have time to do it, but after that, at the end of the week, I want to try and get to 1.8k. I'm reaching there, and I'm so close, and I really appreciate all of your support, all of your kindness. I know this result is difficult for Arsenal, but I know we can bounce back from this. We've just got to support the team, get through this, as I know we will. But I really appreciate you all tuning in. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, give me a subscribe, and yeah, it's okay, Arsenal fans, we're in this together, we'll get through this. But thank you all so much. I hope you'll have a lovely rest of your day and stay positive. We've got this. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.